Greetings everyone. My name is Navan Madhav, second semester training teacher at Sponsor Teachers Training College. And today I'll be presenting the topic brief discussion on scoring, Paget grading system, rating scale for assessment, measures of dispersion, meaning and uses. Assessment is an important part of teaching learning process. It helps teacher understand and how well students have learned the concept in class. Rating this assessment has several tools like scoring, grading, rating scale. Let's learn about scoring. Scoring means giving marks or point to the student based on their answers or performance in exams, activities, his assignment, etc. For example, if the students answer a question correctly of 2 marks, then the students receive 2 marks. But if the students answer a question partly correct, then he may get 1 mark. Based on this, can say that the scoring has two types: objective. So based on this, scoring has two types: objective type scoring, subjective type scoring. Objective type scoring means that there is only one correct answer, and then if the answer is correct, the student will get the mark. For example, in true false, fill in the blanks, or matching type of question, the scoring is generally this type. If subjective scoring means that the scoring or marks depend on the teacher judgment. For example, in terms of answers like essay writing, long answers, creative project, etc., or open-ended question, etc. Next is grading system. So grading system basically is it converts marks into grades like A, B, C, or so on. So here, instead of giving marks like 87, 83, or 74, students are get categorized into different levels of grade: A, B, C, or so on. Based on this, can say that the grading system has two types: absolute grading and relative grading. Absolute grading is where in absolute grading marks are divided into fixed level. For example, 100 to 90 is grade A, 89 to 80 is grade B, and 79 to 70 is grade C, and so on. This type of the grading levels are fixed. Also has relative grading. Relative grading students' performance compared with their classmates or groups. For example, in a class, highest mark obtained is 85, and then in compared to the other students, that 85 marks are considered as top grade or grade A level. But if you see in perspective of absolute grading, then it falls under grade B level. So here is a relative grading is done. Next is meaning of rating scale. So rating scale is used to measure the abilities and skill of students that cannot be measured only by marks. Here the rating scale help teachers evaluate behavior, attitude, or teamwork, participation, and communication and skill of students. Rating scale has several types like numerical rating scale, descriptive rating scale, and graphical rating scale. Numerical rating scale, where teacher rating scale works like is in like 1 to 5 if different and rating. In descriptive rating scale, use words instead of numbers like poor or average, good, very good, excellent, etc. In graphical rating scale, uses lines and charts. Teachers marks the students' level and based on their performance. Next is meaning of measures of dispersion. Measures of dispersion shows that how much of students' marks are spread out in a class or scattered. Basically, it shows that whether students are scoring similarly or extremely or very differently, indicate differences between highest and low scores, very, or marks variety of students or group in a class. For example, if in a class students are scoring like 60, 62, 65, 60, 69, etc., then it can be seen that students are scoring very similarly. So dispersion is low. But if the marks are like 20, 50, 95, 70, then performance varies a lot of seen a lot. So here the dispersion is high. Use of dispersion. So, dispersion help teachers see the learning differences among the students. So, different students group of how much their performance in exams, their marks, is significant portrayal of their learning. So, so it helps teachers evaluate at whether the students are really learning or there is some need of improvement. Next is shows whether teaching methods are effective or not. So most importantly here is that seeing the differences in schools, teachers can evaluate that at their teaching method, current method is not working for everyone or working for everyone. Next is shows that help teacher basically help teachers plan extra support for weak student if the performance scores varies a lot. Remedial support is a great example of helping weaker students to get to the level of the entire class or majority of the class. With this dispersion also helps in and compare it two classes or can be two groups in the same class. Class A marks close together, students have learned at similar way. It can be considered. But if class B has very high and very low marks, then teacher need to give extra attention to those students and help those weaker students and to get to the similar scoring of other students level. This person plays a very important role in evaluating in this class performance and for teacher. In conclusion, can say that the good scoring, grading, rating scale, measures of dispersion are important tools in assessment. Scoring gives marks, grading groups performance into levels. Rating scale helps in measure skill, attitude, behavior, or measures of dispersion shows how much students' marks are spread, helping teacher understand the learning differences. Together, these tools makes evaluation fair, clear, helpful, whole, and improving teachers us and students learning together. Thank you.